Okay, thank you for joining a session, and this is our first class, and we are going to concentrate first level basics, and then we can jump into advanced level. Okay, so our training methodology approach will be, so let's see. One second. Okay, so our training methodology will be, so first we'll discuss about core Python, that is in, we can consider of basic classes, and then we can jump into advanced classes, and then we have important concepts, that is elite concepts. I have introduced many modules here. So the Python is depends on modules only. So after learning advanced concepts, how you can integrate with modules, okay, like database. Okay, so there are many modules I have implemented here, and then we are going to discuss a project also. Okay, so after this, there is a fourth step in this journey. So I used to send every 3 days, I used to send some interview questions, one online test and one scenario, so you can practice from the day one itself. Then you will have a command in Python. Okay, so please be patient. I think some people already know basics, just you can recollect once again. Okay, so don't be hurry. It is simple but it is tricky, so that is one thing we need to share. So main focus, we need to concentrate advanced Python and elite concepts. If you want to get confident on these two, step 3 and step 2, then you need to be more confident in step 1 in basics. Okay, so let's see here. So our training is depends upon your practice. So I'm good at my teaching. Definitely I can help you each and every one, okay, with your query. So you don't need to worry about it. For any queries, you can just ping out me, not a problem. So let's see. We start. One second. So we'll go directly 99%. We have practical session only. Just one second. So everyone is able to hear me properly, right?
Hey Arjun. Arjun, one
Yes,
question,
fine.
just initial one question. So do we need to download some kind of software to get
Uh,
enriched with, or
I will share you the content. Okay.
okay, okay.
I'll share you the how to install and how to get installation. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Actually, this is stuck once again. Let me one second hold. Okay, so let's find. Uh, yeah, fine. So it is our methodology, and just I'll go through high level way, and then we can jump into practical. So indentation is a space issue. We should be very careful. Indentation. That means as it is, if you copy from other environment to Python environment also, then you need to be focused on indentation. I will give you the example in a few minutes. That is one thing. And second thing, we have a keywords. So these keywords is a reserved keywords, which we will have 33 keywords, but you don't need to by heart this thing. Whatever we are learning in each and every concept, these keywords will be, we are going to touch in each and every keyword. Okay, each and every keyword will have some special concepts. So you should follow. So these are the just these 33 keywords only we are going to write Python scripting. Okay, maximum. So let's see, there are some tools we have. Okay, first let's see, there are some companies we have. So they're topmost companies. Okay, so this is not okay, fine. Let me explain that one. So top companies we are using. Okay, so the companies we are very familiar, these companies: PayPal, Google, okay, Netflix, Uber, Nokia. So Python is everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to detail step by step, day by day. So then what current trend is also going, so that I will discuss. You don't need to worry about it. Okay, so there are many companies Python will be using in each and every domain, also healthcare, networking, and whatever, telecom, okay, banking, finance industry, automobile industry, everywhere we are using Python. So there is no doubt that Python is growing well. Okay, so you have opted a good selection only. There is no confusion in that. So directly you can happily you can start sessions. So there are some tools we have. Okay, so that I will explain later what are the tools we have. We have Jupyter, we have PyCharm, Autumn, Rodeo, okay, Tony, and then Microsoft Visual Studio. There are so many, but it is a open source and free. So it's, don't worry about any tool. It's a fraction of days. That means 2 or 3 days we can learn that tool. Okay. Anyway, we have to write Python scripting only. So what I'm trying to do from today, so I'll be focusing on Jupyter Notebook. It is very flexible tool for learning as well as writing code in the project also. So in real time also we are using, we have license version and we have trailer version. Trailer version we are using here, and license version we will be using in company. So no difference at all. Same, whatever you are seeing, the same kind of options, it will be available in the project also. So we will migrate, we will write code into Jupyter, and then directly we can migrate code into another tool. That's it. So you don't need to worry about any tools. I will introduce many tools also. So why I'm telling means, if you learn today one tool, then tomorrow it will be updated. So different companies will use different tools. So that is the case we need to understand. So I'll share you the how to install Jupyter. Okay, so there are I have prepared a beautiful document for installation also. So you can try to install. It will not take more than 15 minutes. Okay, so one difficulty is setting path. You try yourself. If not, I can help you for everyone also. So one thing, so when you install automatically, so you will get one Jupyter window. So then you can go and click on here. So it will be Python 3. So Python 2 and Python 3 we have already discussed, but Python 2 is now people are migrating code from Python 2 to Python 3 because security updates. That means there are many modules available for security in Python 3. So there are some issues with security. That's why Python 2 is not acceptable as per the flexibility. So that's why Python 2 code also migrating into Python 3, because one is security updates, second one is we have community support for Python 3. If you get license in your project, and one thing, nobody knows what you are working, right? So that's why Python 3 has community support to help you individually in the project. Okay, Python 2 doesn't have any community support. So that's why all companies are migrating from Python 2 to Python 3, and many code is migrating from legacy system to Python 3. So as a Python developer, you are not going to create a Python again and again. So we have already 3 lakhs libraries are available in Python 3. There you are, once you get the requirement, you can understand the requirement, and selection of or picking the perfect library or suitable library for your requirement is the challenge here. Okay, so you can utilize the library to write the script to get the solution for the requirement. That's it. So two things, one is migrating the code, second thing, you are using the library. That's it. So that's, we can call it as a Python developer. That means you are not going to create a Python is open source and free programming language, and also it is having more than 3 lakhs library. So when it is open source, there is nothing to build. So you can utilize the libraries to get the solutions. So going forward, I can give you more scenarios, then you can able to understand. So when you click on this, so you will get one notebook here. So this is your working window. So this is where you can write code here. So you can write number of lines also, but you can write step by step also. It's not an issue. So why we are selecting Jupyter means it's more interactive and it will make enthusiastic to practice more and more. So that's why as a trainer, we can select this option. And going forward, I can introduce some tools also. Now, if you start those things, you will confuse a lot. So that is the case. We need to focus on this. So it's a Jupyter notebook. So now directly we can jump into practicals. So 99% my training will be practical only. Okay, so there is no theory. So I'll share you few documents for theory and interview questions, those things, that's enough. But you should be more focus on building a logic, because why I'm telling, if you go other technology like any database or any ETL transformations, or you can go for any middle layer code like Java. So there are number of people, like there are senior level and junior level. But as a Python developer, when you go into project, then you are Python developer. There is no difference at all. So nobody knows what the project you are working from. Other guys you don't know. So in that case, what you need to do, you have to take yourself. So one thing, you should focus on particular skills, that is programming. It's a deep level you need to understand. Second thing, in the performance wise, whether you are getting efficient script on. So ultimately, how many days you spend is doesn't matter. How much time your script is running is a matter, right? So in that case, you should focus on each and every concept very clearly, so which will improve your performance level. So that is one thing I can train you. I have more than 20-24 techniques are there in performance improvement. So I will introduce step by step. So then your script definitely will run more faster than other people. So that is one case. So any doubts here? So before proceeding with practical sessions, do you have any questions to ask here? So when you are clear, just you type clear there. I can in the chat board we can proceed with the practicals. Perfect. So any questions, you just ping out there. We'll see. So now we'll start the first session, data types. So as we are already familiar with data types. So but before proceeding with data types, we need to understand few concepts. Okay. So let's see. If you observe, one second. Okay, I'll write here only. So if you observe, okay, Java or C, C++, any other programming language. So we need to write data type before, when you are assigning a value, we need to write data type name explicitly. How it will be like a, then integer, okay. So or you can say integer, then equal to 100. So we are specifying data type name explicitly in other programming language. So but in Python, we don't need to specify data type name explicitly. Okay, so how will be, let's see. So now let's see here. If you pass, okay, first we need to find out special keywords. Special keywords, okay, we'll see. See these special keywords, you need to do import keyword. Okay, it's a library. I will explain how to work on libraries. Okay, you don't need to worry about it. So I want to see some which we have already keywords are there. So those things. So import library name and then library name dot function name. Okay, So keyword list. So if you observe, these are the 33 keywords are there in Python which will regularly. So that if you observe false, none, and those things, it will be untrue. It see false and true will be, it is a bool data type. None will be, it's a default data type. So and will be, it's a operators. Okay, and as is, when you want to create alias name for the module, we can go, that means it's a module class. So assets and these will be in a function. So break will be in looping statement. Class is when you want to work in oops concepts. Continue will be in looping statement. Def when you want to create a function, when you want to delete an element. So each and every concept, except means exception handling, else if condition will be in conditional statements. So these concepts, these keywords are integrated with the special concepts in Python. So no need to buy hard, just observe these things. Now, so first, as of see, there are some people who are non-IT background, so please be focused. We need to concentrate from scratch itself. Okay, so here, so when you assign a value, okay, x equal to 100. So observe here, x is called a variable, and then 100 is a value. Fine. So when you want to go for next box or you can next station, you need to write, you need to enter like shift plus enter. Okay, so when you execute shift plus enter, then it will go for next box. So no worries. Now, so x is a variable. Now x equal to 10. Then if you want to print the data of the variable, then you can write, sorry, x. So when I execute here, we are getting output. Fine. But two cases we need to understand very clearly. One is indentation. Second one is case sensitive. So I'll show you an example how it will be. Now take the same code. Okay. Now execute. Just give one space here. Observe one space. Okay. Then execute. So you are getting indentation error. That means Python is specially concentrated on indentation issues. Let's take an example. You don't know how to write a code. So somebody helped you on the project. Now you are copying code from your friend environment to your environment. So the see here, two lines, same code, but there is no error if you observe. But in Python, the space issue. So you should be very careful about space issue also in the production. It is also big issue. So we may get escalation. So that's why one is indentation. So same concept, if you observe, that's it. Now second thing, same code you observe, and then you are passing, it's all x is a small letter, right? If you pass here capital letter, then you are getting name x is not defined. That means it's a case sensitive. So what you will do as a beginner, it is for everyone. Okay, so what you will do is you take the screenshot. Okay, like you can say indentation error. So take the screenshot and keep in Word document like error number 1. So that means indentation error. So why it is indentation, we need to be very careful about space issue in Python. Just description. Then second error, name error, it's a error number 2. Take the screenshot and keep in Word document error number 2. I'll send you one example, okay, after the session. Then you can follow like same when you practice. So why I'm telling means, after when you are in project, so you don't need to search for any error in Google. You have already document. So if by end of our training you will have more than 300 errors. Then there is no another error, means 99% errors will come from your document only. So keep with you, and then you can look into error because you have already practiced. So many issues and you can save a lot of time. So that is one thing. So prepare error document must and should. I know it's very difficult to prepare a documentation, but even though you can start. So that is that is one thing I want to share a point here. So make sure one is indentation, second one is case sensitive. So these two are very important for us. Fine. So now let me take an example. So x equal to 10, then y equal to 20, then z equal to 30. Then you can say print of x, then print of y, then print of z. So if you observe, I have 6 lines. Okay, just for understanding. So I have 6 lines of code here. Now you take 6 seconds, okay, to execute. Fine. So 10, 20, 30. Now same thing, if you observe, so you can say x comma y comma z, then 10 comma 20, then 30. So now here 4 lines, then 4 seconds. So execute. Same output is coming. So this how you can improve the performance. Sorry, performance. Okay. So here you will not get any performance. This is one example how you can convert your code into efficient level. So that is one case you need to be very careful in performance concept. So see, Python is, as you said, Python is very simple. And where see, when if you want to learn only coding, okay, without any performance tuning, you don't need to join our training, because you need to go for tutorials, and you can have a balance and you can able to get Python skills. But our concentration is how much faster is important. Our script is a matter here. So the same guy, if you compare with the people, definitely our code will be more faster, because I used to give performance wise. See guys, let's take one example, 15 members in the project. Okay, because it regularly will happen. Now as a Python developer, if you don't have project, you will get training in artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning, big data, automation, Selenium. But compare, if you are not Python developer, you are a different legacy system, like legacy technology developer. Then if you don't have project, what they will do, they will give miscellaneous work, means document preparation and some tools base, so which will not improve your career. So as a Python developer, you will not get, because Python developers are asset to the company. So that's why people will select for that, those people, for Python developers to train on artificial intelligence and machine learning parts. So you will not get any miscellaneous work. That is one case. Second case, there is no deadline for any project if you are involved in Python projects, because Python still right now also just boomed. So you are migrating code from other environment to, for example, Java to Python, you are migrating the code. So that is, you have to decide the time level. Okay, that is one case. And there is no senior and junior level management in Python developer. So 3 cases, it's our benefit for us, but it is very difficult to work in project, because nobody will help you, even manager also. You have to do individually. So that's why I told you to prepare one error document. And second thing, what you are expecting, ultimately you are expecting for package. So they will give whatever you want, but you need to focus on particular skill. That's it. You need to develop what they are asking. So that is the case. Okay. So why I'm saying preparing error document means, if you solve for 1 or 2 errors within the short span of time, within the fraction of minutes, then you will get first impression, then it will not, it will create a best impression in the industry, in the project, then there may chances to increase your levels also. So there are least priority also, we can select this option. So prepare error document, must and should. So that's why I'm forcing here. Fine. So before entering into data types, so what you need to do is you need to understand built-in functions. Okay. So you don't need to by heart any built-in functions. Import built-ins. Okay. So after importing only, then if you want to see list of functions, you need to use directory. Okay. Built-ins. That's it. See, these are the built-in functions we have. So you don't need to by heart anything. Okay. Everything is already prepared script. So if you observe list inside code is there. Okay, if you observe min, so that means it's a API is already built for Python. The Python developers already, Python corporation has already created this. You need to utilize that's it. So now see here, if you want to help any module, so you take help command. Okay, built in, that's it. So you will get the description and everything, syntax and everything. So for every module, if you have 3 lakhs modules also, you can use help command. Okay, to get all issues. So if you don't know any module, then you can write help command, that's it. So here by heart is not required. So I am always telling, okay, you here by heart is not required. When you get project, then understand the requirement very clearly, functional knowledge, then pick the suitable library from Python, then write the script. That is the case we need to work on. Fine. So to work on basic level, okay. So basic level built-in function we need to understand. One is print built-in function, and second one is we have type built-in function, and then we have one second ID built-in function, okay, and then we have input built-in function. So these 4 built-in functions are very familiar and regularly we can use, recurrently we can use in the project. So because for basic level, these are very important. So let's see, a equal to 100, then print of a. So to display the output, we can use print built-in function. There is no doubt. Fine. A equal to 100. Now print of a, when I say when we get output 100, how can I consider that this is a which data type relatively? That means we need to find out exactly. So in that case, we can use print of type of a. Okay. See, the type built-in function is very simple, but going forward, you can understand how much importance this built-in function. Okay. You can observe later. So when I execute here, now see, this is a integer. So guys, I want to tell you one thing. Before writing any script, first understand, first use type built-in function, whether you are in correct path or not. Correct path, or you can say correct data type. For example, I want to work on data structures, list data structure. Need to confirm first whether you are getting list data structure or not. Once you confirm, then only you can start writing the scripting or programming. Because if you whether you are not confirmed using built-in function, if you spend 2-3 hours of time, then instead of list it will go for tuple or some one data structure is there. I'll let you know, no problem. So if you miss that one, whole time and efforts will be wasted. So confirm perfectly whether you are in. For example, I want to work on, let's see. So you don't worry about it, don't learn new everything right now. Okay, just I'm explaining the concept. So I'm just taking 1 2 3. If you observe print of a, then I want to work on list data structure only today. So I got the data in a list data structure format. So if you observe, first confirm whether you received list data structure or not. So using type built-in function, yes. Now you confirm that list is there. Now you start writing the script. So always cross verification is very important. Okay. So we will not write more than 100 lines in Python. Okay. That is um, in the project. If you integrate from all the people, then it will become thousands of lines. But as a developer in Python, it's very simple. Okay, but tricky, I told you. So make sure cross verification is very important when you enter into that. So for example, a equal to India, then print a. So whether it is a string or not, you need to confirm using type built-in function. Habituate type built-in function, one thing. Okay. So now very important thing, ID. So ID is, it's a memory address. Whatever you are working, it will store some point of location, right? So we have later we have memory management with the Python architecture classes will be there in advanced level, but as a ID means it's a memory address. Let's take a equal to 100 now, or you can say a equal to 100. Print of a, fine, to display the output, and we need to cross verify the data type format, and then print of ID of a. So this ID of a means, so here we are getting one unique number. So this is memory address. Okay. Here this memory address will let us know that this is storing some point of memory. So this a value is somewhere located with a value 100. So here, now make sure if you pass 200, then see different ID number will be there. Now make sure when values are same, when values are same, then same location, or you can say same ID will be generated. Now when values are not same, okay, when values are different, or you can say when values are not same, then different ID will be generated. I will give you a diagrammatic explanation. So let's see here. One second. So now observe here. I'm just taking a equal to 100, a equal to 100, and then b equal to 200. Fine. Now for this value, one ID will be there. For this value, one ID will be there. So let's take for an example, you take some IDs. Okay. So you take any IDs. Just you pass any ID like whatever. Okay. Fine. Now when values are same, so very important, when values are same, you can consider like a equal to 100 and then b equal to 100, same values. So these values are same means then the IDs will be these two variables will be located in same point of location in the memory. So that means when same point of location means same ID will be generated for both. So now you can say for these two values, one second, one will do one thing like this, but we can get same ID. So I will show you practical also. We'll see. So it's a memory location. It's a temporary memory. After once you close the notebook, Jupyter notebook instance, then it will erase from the memory. So you take any ID like this. So when values are same, then it will be same. It will store same point of location. When values are different, it will give different IDs. This is basic level. So advanced level going forward, I can explain. So as of now, you can understand here same concept. So A equal to 100. I'm just taking this one. Now observe here. S equal to 100. Then you can say print of S and then type of S and then ID of S. Same thing, you can take T equal to 200. Now observe same thing. One second. Print of T, then print of type of T, and again you can observe print of type of T here. So execute now. See what is the output we are getting. Okay, sorry, here ID you can use. See now. So two values are there, 100 and 200, integer and then integer. Both values are integer. Then it is, see here, when values are different, then it is storing in different ID, 5040, 3440. Now same thing you take, same values. You can take it 100. Then observe. Same IDs will be generated. That means same point of location, the values will be stored. Okay, so when values are same, then same IDs will be generated. It's basic level of concept. Going forward, we can split the blockwise structure in memory concept. So then the values, even the same values, it will store different location, but we need to understand the block structure. So that I will explain in an advanced concept. So are you clear about till this point? So if you are clear, just you can type clear there, or if you have any doubts, you let me know. So it should be always more interactive only, because we see one thing from my side, guys. Please do not focus and do not go and watch any other tutorial while learning from me, because I have gathered information from different tutorials and different books and own logics we have developed, and we have created a one structured wise format to become a best developer. Sure, but if you focus there and here, you will not get the depth, the pulse of programming. So that's why what you will do is, you just focus with me for 7 days. Then I will tell you some reference websites and you can go and practice the tutorials. See, for other people, it will be a 5 to 10 minutes of time to close this session. But from me, because we need to understand very clearly in depth level, we should not learn each and every time. We should not forget. So that way we are going very slowly and correctly. So if you focus there and here means, you will not get pulse from my side and there also. They will use all concept at a time. So you will get more confusion. So please be with me for 7 days. Then I'll close the basics, all level of basics. Then I can tell you, you just jump into scenario basis questions. As of now, you need to do one thing, just practice. After this session, I'll share you the document and video. You can use the link and download the session, and you can keep this document for your reference. So that is one case. Fine. So now we need to understand one concept, that is hard coding and then we need to go for soft coding. So this is basic level of explanation. Okay, so when you give a equal to 100, then print of a. So this is called hard coding the value. This is only flexible in your testing in your developing environment. So it is not applicable. Hard coding values, passing hard coding values is not acceptable in quality assurance or QA testing environment as well as prod environment, that is production environment. So client will not accept hard coding values. So always you can go with the soft coding. So that means soft coding means just here a equal to input of enter your number. That's it. So you can say print of a. Okay, now execute. So it will ask one dynamic box. So it will ask values dynamically. When I say 100, so enter your number 100. Fine. Now when I execute same code, then you can pass different number. That means you are not going to modify the code. So that is called soft coding. So once you write the script, you cannot modify in the product. See, I want to pass 100 now. If you use soft coding, after 2 days, I want to pass 200 value. If in case that code is in production, then for small change, do you want to change in the production? No. So in that case, you can pass dynamically passing values through input function. If it is in production also, runtime only, after executing runtime only we can pass the values. So in that case, we can go for soft coding. But very important here. So they will ask on interview question also. What is the return output type format through input function? It is always integer, always string only. You can type here print type of a, execute, and you are passing 20 as a integer number, but see the output, you are getting string format. Okay, so that means it should that now you understand type built-in function, how much importance. Going forward also it will play a key role. Now see here again. Now what I am trying to do, if you want to pass exact integer, what you need to do is you need to pass int of input. Okay, then you pass 20, then it becomes integer. Okay, again if you want to pass float value, then you can pass here float, then 13.90. That's it, it becomes float now instead of string. Default will be string. Now understand, we have basic data types. So basic data types. So what are the basic data types we have means, that is integer, float, and this will be a complex, or you can say we'll see bull, and then complex, and then we have string. So these are the basic data types, and we have advanced data types also. So advanced data types in the sense, we can say list data structure, or you can say tuple, you can say set, then we have frozen set, and then finally we have or it's a dictionary. So these are the advanced data types, or we can call it as data structures. It's a heart to the Python. We will play with data structures only maximum level, okay, with file systems. Now, so we'll see basic data types, then you can observe, you can understand later data structures. Okay, So first understand the basic data structures. Already few people aware of this, but just recollect once again. So let's say integer. Okay. So integer in the sense, so we can store values. We can store values from 0 to 9. Okay. So that is very familiar. So a equal to 190. That means a to 9, 0 to 9 means it's any number within 0 to 9 only. That's it. So you can pass big number also, not a problem. Fine. But if you use 190, then any letter a, then print a, then means you are getting invalid syntax. See now automatically it will show black color here. So that means you are doing some mistakes. So interpreter automatically compiling. There is no compiler here. It is checking line by line. It is compilation line by line. That is the beauty of Python. Only interpreter is there to understand. So compilation will be every, see if you go for Java compilation and then execution, you need to write two commands. But here compilation will take automatically. Okay, simple. I'll take one example. So a equal to true. I'm just taking just for understand. Print of a. Fine. Now understand same thing. A equal to, then you can use small letter true. Okay. Now it is showing black color, right? So interpreter is saying that something is wrong. When I execute now, name true is not defined. So the keyword which I have mentioned true, right? So first one. So this is the keyword. So keyword is not matching. So that's why we are getting error here. So interpreter is there every line. So you don't need to add. So dynamically typed language. Fine. Now see here. So we have another data type that is float. Float data type we can store floating values, or you can say decimal values. So decimal values. Okay. Now observe here. So very important. Okay. Before that, you need to understand. So integer will have four forms. Okay. Integer forms. So we have decimal form, and then we have binary form, and then we have octal form, and then we have hexadecimal form. Okay. So this, tomorrow I will explain these integer types. Okay. Because only one data type we have different types of form, that is integer, decimal form, binary, octal, hexadecimal. So very important class. So tomorrow I will explain with detail in the diagrammatic explanation. So as of now we can focus basic data types. Okay. So then you can say float, we can store decimal values. How it will be? A equal to 2.3, you can say. So print of a. So how can I confirm that this is a float data type? Okay. You can say print of type of a, then you can execute to built in, you can find float data type. But here, so 2.3 in the sense it is 2 comma 3. So there you can say p comma s. Okay. That means precision and scale. Precision and then scale. Just that the meaning of this. So okay. So scale means it's a pointer values, precision means it's an integer value before that. So that is one thing you need to understand here. But here one important thing in float values. So f equal to 1.2 e3. Okay, print of f here. Then type you can take print of type of built-in function, you can say. So now see the value 1200.0. See, this e is called exponential. Okay, exponential form. So exponential in the sense, so why we are using exponential form means, the great advantage for this exponential form is we can store big value in a less memory, in less memory. So for that we will be using, let us take f equal to 1.2 e. Okay, or you can say r7, whatever, 7 e, then 8, then print of f, then print of type of f here. When we execute now, let's see. So it's a big value we can store like this. So we will be using regularly in machine learning and artificial intelligence. We are passing the values, then we can use this one, or data science also, especially for regression correlation analysis. There we can hypothesis testing in advanced in data science also we have. So in that case we are passing values. That means simple, we can store big value in less memory. That's it. So for that case we will be using this concept. Okay, that means float data type. So we have bull data type. So it will take another 15 minutes. Okay, are you fine with that?
Yes.
Okay, I'll explain the string also, don't worry. So I'll review your questions also, and I'll explain, don't worry. Okay, so string data type we have, so I need to explain now. Okay, thanks for understanding. Now see here, bull data type. So in other language we can call it as boolean. Okay, in Python we have bull, but similar approach only. So we can store, or we can, or it will return. Okay, it will return true or false. So that means true or false, the condition is true or value is true or not. So that is, you take example, a equal to true. Okay, then print yes, sorry, print a. So then confirm print of type of a, then only we can confirm this is a bull data type. Okay, now see here, you can take it false. Okay, but when you are converting into integer or something, so true consists of 1, and then false is 0 in integer format. So now how we can say that, how we can say true has 1 and false will be 0? You can observe one approach here. Okay, so the approach will be print of, you can take true plus true. I will explain the string formatting method also, don't worry. So true plus true. So now again we have true minus false. Then you can say true minus false. Again you take print false minus true. Then observe here, false minus true. Then again print of false plus true. So now false plus true. Then here you can observe. Okay, so I will explain arguments also, command line arguments later, why you are using hash, those things later. So now one, if we say true consists 1, then output will be 1 plus 1, that becomes 2 here. Fine. True minus false, that means 1 minus 0, then that equal to 1. Then again false, that means 0 minus true, true means 1, the output will be minus 1. Then again false, 0 plus 1, that will be 1. Execute. So this is the, 1 second. So I will explain how to make print statement beautiful manner later. Okay, so string formatting methods are there, so that concept we will be discussing. So now this is the concept. So true consists 1 and false will be 0. Now we have complex data type. See, we will not be use this complex data type regularly, so later we can use very rarely, but important, we need to understand complex data type. Okay, so you can observe here complex data type, the format will be x plus yj. So here you can say x is called real part, okay, and then y we can call it as imaginary part. So now understand, we will be using this concept, this data type in data science, okay, very extensively, or machine learning or artificial intelligence. See how it will be. Observe here, this is, it's a world, okay. Now what will happen if you say real part means, let's take one real time. Now world is fighting for corona, right? So now in case, so corona affected countries, let's say more affected countries, or you can say, for example, okay, so these are affected countries, that means already affected. This is x, you can take x is a real part means already affected. Now you take similar approach only. Now corona is going to affect some countries, so it's still not done, but there are chances. So then you can go with this imaginary part. So to display this graphical user information, we have, so I am introducing in our Python class, we have pandas, numpy, matplotlib, which are data science scientific concept. I can explain very clearly also in our training. So to generate the dashboards, so we use Tableau reporting tool, which will help you to then sometimes it's a Tableau cost basis, then we can go for data science tools are there, numpy, pandas, matplotlib. So through that we can some tools, scientific tools generate the this type of dashboards. So in that case we complex for correlation regression analysis concept. So combination and rate analysis. So now we don't require to focus on this. First understand the format, that's it. X plus yj. So that means here 3 plus 7, so that means 7 plus then 4j, that means 7 areas affected and 4 areas going to be affected, so that we can come to the conclusion using complex data type. So for that purpose only we are using. So you can say a equal to 3 plus 7j. So 3 print of a, then print of type of a. When we execute now, let's see. So it's a complex data type. That means 3 areas affected, 7 areas going to be affected. That's it. So apart from that, you don't need to think too much. Okay. So we have finally string data type. So one interview question, do we have char function in Python? If somebody says yes, then out of interview room, that's it. That means there is no char function in Python. Okay. So to overcome that problem, they will ask, when you say there is no char function, when you say no, then what is the alternative approach? We have str, that means string function. So each and every character data with deal with str only, string. So let's see, m equal to, I'm just taking m equal to India, print of m, then print of type of m here. When we execute now, so this will be. Now you can go single quote also. Okay, not an issue, but some cases, so up to now we don't have any problem. But take it to an example here. A equal to, see now, so yours pen, I'm just taking. So print of A, then you can say print of type of A, execute now. So invalid syntax. That means it is, the interpreter will confuse that. One second, if I want to use like this, okay. So the interpreter will confuse that, should I print from here to here, or here to here, or here to here? That means it is a confusion. So it will be an ambiguity stage, interpreter. So that's why it is giving invalid syntax. In that case, you can go for double quotes. So always string with double quotes is a best approach. So that is the string data type. Okay. So now the data types we have integer, float, bool, complex, and string. And tomorrow class I will explain integer forms. Okay. Then decimal, binary, octal, hexadecimal, it's very important class. And typecasting also we can do, converting from one data type to another data type for the better approaches. Okay. So are you clear till this point?
Yes.
So I hope it's clear.
Yeah.
So do you have any questions to ask? So I hope everyone clear means, okay, we can close the session. Do you have any question means? So I think you practice step by step. When you are getting stuck, you just ping me in my WhatsApp group, WhatsApp also, but don't share in the group, because I am transferring, like I am sending lot of documents, links there, so you may confuse. So we can use, so whenever you have doubt, everyone, you can just ping me, I can try the solutions. Okay. So I hope it's very clear.